and to loot them is criminality. If you do that, we'll point you out and you'll be prosecuted.
And it is, some people are trying to hijack it, and some people are trying to use money to finance it, and their aims is to destroy the state.
What are your demands specifically?
Our demands are very simple. Our demands are written in the faces of hungry Nigerians.
I'm also a conman.
So he has spoken to you now as the Commissioner of Police in Abuja. Are you willing to...
Are we not complying? Are we not at the state? Are we at Eagle Square?
Okay, but if he
He's my big brother.
If he insists that...
Nobody, see it. Where is the peaceful? How is this peaceful? How is this peaceful? We have said it. In fact, the good people of Kaduna State are not ready to participate in any form of protest because they have written a letter to us.
But as for Nigerians to come out and gather and express themselves, express displeasure for bad governance, express displeasure for corruption, express displeasure for looting of our national treasury, we must come out and express.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. You are already protesting. Please, first of all, I want you guys to watch this video. I never knew that Nigerian have voice, the youth have voice. Anyway, I want to walk you guys step by step what is going on.
Making them know that I actually voted Tinubu because I saw him to be a mature-minded person with monies and with all he has. So, but I'm just surprised, honestly, I'm just surprised to see him acting the way he's acting.
Drink Gary now. 1,000 will not take you of drinking Gary. Where we say before 100 naira you will drink Gary and do what you want to do. So now we are coming to make him to know that things are very hard with us. Let him consider us.
Thank you. So we're also going to be talking to one of the protesters who would also.
So did you join any group or you just decided to? Are you doing something?
No, alone. I'm riding from Festac from my 2. I'm coming from Festac. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more. I can't even pay for the institution fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program them. Good luck, Benjamin is his name. My name is Ogu Benjamin Chidoke. So I'd rather die on the street than die at home. I can't sit down and watch the future of my son go to waste. I know I may not have safety again in Nigeria, but my son's future will not waste.
We have a court judgment on court ruling, court order on substituted service, which the barrister Deji Adeyanju is leading them, is aware of. The substituted service said that the order is that they should protest inside the stadium, and we requested that each group that we protest has to come to the police and notify the police. No group has notified the police. We only came here to see some people here, and we said, for the fact you have not notified us and you want to protest, follow the court order, which Deji Adeyanju, the barrister, is aware. The order said, protest inside the stadium. We are not stopping anybody from protesting, but look at how they are blocking the express road. And I said no, because where their right stops, where another man's own stops. Because as they are infringing into the right of way of people, is not good. They are equally trampling on other people's rights on passage. And that's why I said no, they should enter the stadium where the court has given order that they should enter inside. They should carry out their 1,000 pressmen and enter the stadium and protest. They can transmit it to 2,000 word press. I don't care.
So have you spoken with Mr. Deji Adeyanju on this?
I've spoken with him. He said I should give him 3 hours for him to organize them to enter into the stadium. I'm giving him 3 hours.
Okay. So what are your plans today?
I'm here. I am here.
Okay. So Dr. Ruben, Ayo, and Rufai, that is the situation.
But can you ask him a question?
You have any questions?
Yes. Can you ask him? Can you ask him that in the event that the protesters refuse to go inside, because it's possible they may also not listen to Deji Adeyanju. He as a law enforcement officer and who is responsible for security in Abuja, what options are available to him in the case of recalcitrance on the part of the protesters?
Okay, the Commissioner, should the protesters refuse to go in because there is an obvious possibility of the protesters being recalcitrant, what are the options available for you?
Then they are not law-abiding. It's not me that gave the ruling. It's court order.
So
if they want to breach the court order, they are breaching the court order. It's not my order. It's not the order of the Inspector General of Police. It's not the order of anybody.
So what will he
it's
do?
The order of
so what options are available? What will he do?
The court. So If they're doing it against court order, they know they are equally disobeying.
So what are the consequences?
They should know the consequence. Their barrister is here.
You don't know the consequences?
The barrister is here. He knows the consequence of disobeying court order.
Okay, are you willing to tell us the consequence?
I'm not willing to tell you any because he knows the consequence. He's that is leading them.
Okay, let's invite Barrister Deji Adeyanju. He's here, also here with us. We understand that the police commissioner has appealed to you, has spoken to you, that you should move the protesters inside, which is according to the court injunction. That's according to the police commissioner. What's your response to this?
The protesters are at the stadium. Are we not in the national stadium?
We are there.
The court order say national stadium. They have refused to allow us to go to Eagle Square. We say we will not confront them.
What the police commissioner is saying that inside the national stadium.
The court order said stadium, national stadium. That's what the court order say. Koniman die, Koniman bury him. You understand? Koniman die, Koniman is a Koniman. I'm also a Koniman.
So he has spoken to you now as the commissioner of police in Abuja. Are you willing to?
Are we not complying? Are we not at the stadium? Are we at Eagle Square?
Okay, but if he
He's my big brother.
If he insists that you should move into the national stadium,
then they have to carry us in. I've gone to speak as a lawyer. I've advised the protesters. I said, listen, if no matter how uncomfortable you are with a positive court order, whether it is interim, interlocutory, or perpetual, you must try to comply. The law must see you taking steps to comply. You can see that people kept it, but protesters called me as early as 5 a.m. this morning and said they're going to stop the Eagle Square. And I advised them that they should not go there. That they should not go to the Eagle Square because if they do that, they'll be disobeying the court order.
Okay.
You understand? So,
we spoke to the police commissioner earlier on about the options of you refusing to move inside the stadium. And he said you are aware of the consequences. So are you prepared for the consequences? And what do you think would be the consequences of you not moving into the main bowl of the national stadium?
Very simple answer. Simple answer. You see, because we're in the stadium, we are within the ambit of the law, complying with the positive order of the court. Because we're in the vicinity of the national stadium. Do you understand? We are not in the three-arm zone. That is why, you see, my appeal before the CP came, you see how peaceful and serene the place was. But with the CP's presence, the atmosphere is charged. So my appeal to my big brother is that you should not take steps that will make the protest degenerate. It's an appeal. You understand? Thank God that he's somebody that I respect, and he has a lot of respect and regard for me. So the idea of me coming here is that I will keep appealing to the protesters and I will keep appealing to the authorities, because without this synergy, the country cannot work, and this protest will not be as peaceful as we want it. So let me further appeal to the CP, who is my brother, that he should de-escalate the situation. Do you understand? Okay. He's a conflict manager.
Okay. We're still talking about consequences here. Yeah. And the police commissioner felt so sure that you know the consequence of disagreeing with him on this issue.
Okay, where are we? Are we not at the national stadium? We are at the national stadium. That's why I have spoken about the issue of Koniman die, Koniman bury him.
Obviously, you don't want to talk about the consequence of moving
Which
into
consequence? Because we're in the national stadium.
Okay, but now, talking about consequences.
And you know that I've actually not seen the order. I've not seen the order. All I have seen are news reports. And because I'm a lawyer, I must, whether the order is genuine or not, I must advise the protesters to comply.
Okay. Finally, the federal government has called for constructive engagement with the government and the mass.
We are in Ikeja right now. The protesters just left the popular Ikeja under bridge, very close to the computer village, and it has been a marathon for us because we had to, run to catch up with them at every point in time that we're trying to set up this live. Now we had to pick, a tricycle to be ahead of them, to be where I am right now at the moment. So you can see them right behind me. They are trekking from here. Some say they are going to the Alausa Secretariat, that's the seat of government. Others say they are going from here to K2, but we are not sure what the route will look like until maybe we'll get to that junction there. But at the moment, they are singing all manners of protest songs, and you can see inscriptions on their placard. We need grant, not loans. That is one beside me here. I don't know if the camera can see it. We need study grant, not loans. That's talking about the recently launched government. Let me speak to one of the leaders of the protest here. His name is Comrade Declan. Declan, good morning.
Thank you so much.
You have been sweating.
Yes, I need to.
So tell me, what are your demands specifically?
Our demands are very simple. Our demands are written in the faces of hungry Nigerians. Our demand is written on the faces of the streets of Nigeria. Now, what we have succeeded in doing this morning is to tell the government that you cannot hold the people back. In spite of all their court rulings, court judgment that they got, what we're saying is that they said they designated Ojota and K2, but before you move to K2 or Ojota, you must have a house. And an average Nigerian does not have a house. And so most of us slept under the bridge today, under the bridge of Ikeja, and that's our home. So we have just woken up from our house under the bridge, and we're moving to the place government has given us as our own flat. So we're moving to our own flat, to the accommodation given to us by the government. But what we're saying is very simple, that the message has been sent, that no intimidation can stop hungry and angry Nigerians.
All right, Declan, I'll come back to you. I'm with you throughout the protest. So that's the situation right now in the city of Ikeja. That's the capital of Lagos. And you can hear him. They are moving from here to Ketu. That's about several kilometers away from here. It's going to be a very long day for the protesters. The security men are here providing security, safety for the protesters.
That we should not cry. So we have to cry so that let them know that we are hungry. Because number one, you cannot sleep in your house, close your eyes. You cannot eat 2 times a day. Everything is just anyhow. Okay, look at Gary, where we say we know they eat before. Garina is 1,000 plus. We are buying fuel, almost 850 naira. We are rice is 3,000 plus. So the sufferness is too much. Most of our wives now, they are running away because the sufferness is too much for them. So at least we cannot take it any longer because we are so much suffering. Most of us, we are farmers. You cannot go to farm. When you go to farm, waiting you don't already farm. If you want to go and harvest your farm, you must pay bandit amount of money before you harvest your own farm, which is very, very wrong. So I believe that they should look into the insecurity, they should look into the hardship, and they should revert the fuel.
Let them open the borders, as I said, I've opened some. Let them open full borders and energize the farmers. Have security. You're a farmer, I'm a farmer. I go to the bush, I plant something. The cannibals, who are called what are they called? These criminals will harass you, kill you, destroy your farm with their cattle. So if the government can look into security in the bush, in the farms, that food will surplus, and there will be no cause of demonstration and everything. Have a mood of rice, 3,000 something. A mood of beans, almost 10,000, almost 4,000. I was born 1940 something. I'm 75 years old man. I've never experienced anything of such of this time. What mood of Gary today? I'm suffering. Look at me today.
We are suffering. We are really suffering. People cannot use 5 and just make small food for children now. We are suffering. Transport is not easy. It's me. I'm trying from all the way from to here because of transport, so that it's easy for me to where I'm going. They say 44 I'm going now. I'm just calculating so that my money will be okay. Things are very hard. Let them answer for people's cry.
There's a lone voice. There's a lone voice, and we do not know how long he's going to continue. But obviously, we might get to speak to him later on, and then say exactly, ask what exactly he thinks about it.
Okay, would you like to speak to him now? Just speak to him, Ferdinand. Speak to him. He's come to you. Speak to him. He's beside you. Speak to him.
All right, quickly. Let's quickly hear him. And good morning. Talk to us.
Yes. I'm Barrister Kere Kingdom. I am the convener lawyers in defense of democracy. As you can see, we are part of the protest. We are calling on the activists, the human rights activists, the Nigerian youths, come out and protest peacefully. We must separate peaceful protest which is in accordance with our constitutional right to express ourselves, to gather. We must separate it from riot, which is criminality. Coming out to destroy government property, to vandalize people's private properties, and to loot them is criminality. If you do that, we'll point you out and you'll be prosecuted. But as for Nigerians to come out and gather and express themselves, express displeasure for bad governance, express displeasure for corruption, express displeasure for looting of our national treasury, we must come out and express displeasure. They say they are looking for the sponsors of the protest. Nobody is sponsoring it. It's a social media awareness that was triggered by hunger, suffering, starvation, and the corruption that is going on in this country.
Yes, Ferdinand. Can you ask him? Can you ask him? Ferdinand, can you hear me? Can you ask him? He should hold on. He should hold on. Please ask him to stop so that he can respond to this. Now, please ask him. He's a lawyer. Is he aware?
Can you quickly respond to this?
Is he aware that the court of Justice Silvanus Orji, the Federal High Court of the FCT, has given an order that the protests in Abuja should be restricted to the Moshood Abiola Stadium? As an officer in the Temple of Justice, why has he chosen to disobey the court?
Well, at this point, are you aware that, the High Court in Abuja have restricted protesters to the National Stadium? And the question is, as an officer at the Temple of Justice, why have you chosen to disobey the court order?
Like you said, we just heard it in the news. No court order has been served on us. But if a court of competent jurisdiction...
By us, who do you mean?
I mean, if a court of competent jurisdiction is served on any of the protesters, either at the point of protesting, and we see that we have been restricted to the stadium, as law-abiding citizens, we go to the stadium and express our grievances. What matters is having the forum to express your grievances, not to destroy government properties or private properties on the street of Abuja or street of Lagos.
The police did ask protesters to indeed provide names, provide locations. Did you and your team provide any of those?
As one of the people partaking in this protest, nobody has invited us to provide anything. We are a well-known organization. This is not the first time we are leading protests in this Abuja. Lawyers in Defense of Democracy is known. Like you said, we are right here.
Well,
thank you, Ferdinand.
You already have his answers. Yes. And so for now, that seems to be the situation. Well, we can say the FCT is indeed pretty peaceful and pretty calm, as it stands.
The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has also cautioned Igbo people to stay away from the nationwide protest. Let's take a look.
Igbos, stay away. Igbos, stay in your houses. You'll be used as an scapegoat. They will target you and they will waste you. Igbos, we have died enough. Our blood has filled the street enough. Allow those who feel they can do it, let them go and do it. We'll be strong enough. For this protest, let us be weak now. Let those ones who are strong, let them stand on the street. Igbos, be weak now to sit at home. If there's any sit at home that will be effective, not the one you have done on Mondays, let it be the one that will happen at this protest. As one of the leaders of this country, as one of the leaders from the southeastern region, that you love and you have confidence in, I am telling you, if you have never shown weakness before, let it be shown now. Igbos, we have shown strength in civil war. We have shown strength in agitation. We have shown strength in fighting for IPOB and MASOB and all the rest of them. In sitting at home, please be weak now. Because they were looking for opportunity to slaughter you. Sit at home.
They are looking for opportunity to slaughter. I know you want to speak, but I want to give Dr. Patti the opportunity to speak.
Benjamin Kalu talking and saying Igbos this and that. Well, he's just expressing an opinion. He's not in a position to dictate to people what they should do. He can only advise. So the fact that he's an Igbo man and is a deputy speaker in the House of Reps, it does not make him superior to any other Igbo man. But what we know is that in Imo and other parts of the Southeast, people are sitting at home. Absolutely. So please, Benjamin Kalu shouldn't get carried away because of the position he occupies.
All right.
He can only advise the people to obey the rule of law. That is what is important.
All right.
Mr. Benjamin Kalu, Honorable Benjamin Kalu. Honorable, do not make this about ethnic baiting. This protest has never been about Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. It has been about, underline the word, Nigerians. And before I represent any of those ethnic groups, I am a Nigerian first. If I am to take your international passport, what is written there as nationality is Nigerian. Nigerians are the ones suffering and are the ones hungry. So this idea of telling Igbos not to go out and protest and all of that, no, let's not divide ourselves here.
Here in front of the government house. And we have the police PRO here with us, just to give us a sense of what is happening. Sir, please, can you move this car a bit so we can...
You know, as usual, since day before yesterday, we have made it clear for those that are interested to come out for the peaceful protest, they should submit their letters so that we can know their route and whereabouts. And luckily, this morning, after the peaceful protest was started, before you know, some people hijack the protest, and as we informed the members of the public, since we received intelligence information that some people are trying to hijack this protest. As you can, please, you can excuse us, close the door, close the door, close the door. You see it. Look at what we call the so-called peaceful protest in front of government house, down the government house, which we cannot take it. No government will take it. As a law enforcement agencies, we cannot take it, and definitely as these people turn to rioters, we will make sure that we do whatever the law said.
Well, from intelligence, what are you gathering? Who are these people? Because earlier in the day, I was part of this, we covered these protesters earlier in the day.
They can take him.
No, wait, before you, who's in the car, please? Who's in the car?
It's one of our policemen. It's one of our policemen that was injured. You see him? It's okay. Why is the driver? Take him.
Well, this is the situation here in Kaduna State. Policeman is inside this vehicle and he will be conveyed now to the nearby hospital. The protest started here peacefully around the NEPA roundabout. As a matter of fact, security operatives were escorting these protesters to ensure that law and order is being maintained. But in a twinkle of an eye, it's snowballed into something else.
The intelligence we gather now is we have seen a lot of IMN members, which we receive information about their movement. And you know that they are proscribed organization. They started coming from back of the government house and through the front of the government house. Before you see, they have started entire... Yes, it's clear. Nobody see it. Where is the peaceful? How is this peaceful? How is this peaceful? We have said it. In fact, the good people of Kaduna State are not ready to participate in any form of protest because they have written a letter to us that they are not ready. But before you know, some people have started hijacking it, recruiting people, sending text message for them, which we have seen it. And this group intervened in this protest, which we have a record, clear record. For several years, we have been engaging with these people.
So in other words, you're saying this protest has been hijacked by members of the IMN?
Yes, they are extremely, yes. They are part of it. And another gang of hoodlums, which they have been hired from outside state. We know that from the state, we have nobody that is interested. We have said to people day before yesterday, they submitted their letter that they want to participate in the protest. Just 2 days yesterday, we received their letter of withdrawal. And the reason behind it is some people are trying to hijack it, and some people are trying to use money to finance it, and their aims is to destroy the state. Their aims is to destroy the state, and that is why they see that they are the people of Kaduna. The good people of Kaduna will never participate in destroying their state. The good 10 years Kaduna has been enjoying peaceful coexistence. And there is no way another people will come from somewhere and destroy this peaceful state. These people withdraw with their letter just because of the information and because of the people that intervened, that wanted to hijack, try to use money to buy them, to sponsor them. And they are people of Kaduna, we know them. But from that, we have come out several times without number, calling people that anybody who is interested in participating in any form of protest should submit his letter. So that the essence is to ensure that we give them cover, We give them this
in the morning. We all
yes.
saw that. All right, back to you in the studio. This is the situation reports here in Kaduna State, and security operatives in the state are trying to curtail this incident to avoid a snowball.
Nisi Gabriel, our correspondent live from Kaduna State, thank you so much for that update. And we wish the police officer who was obviously injured in that case quick recovery. And please stay safe as well. Thank you for joining us.
Nah, go see them and one let protest if you see work if you do, no be only go the thief, no be jabag they do. Nah, Bible hand bad government. May they hand bad people too. Say others protest, say but government will soon die. Government will form a drawing. Say government will worry away. Say bang hand bad people. Hand bad people. Not be only bad government, yo. And the go nobody bad. What about you? Beru Ọlọ́run. Badmus Abibu lorúkọ mi. Dáìwé Òkìkíọlá, Badmus Abibu.
Anyway, this is where I'm going to be ending the video today. I want you guys to comment your thoughts. What are your thoughts about all of this? Do you think that Nigeria should just forget about this protest? What are your thoughts about all of this? We want to hear from you in the comment section. Remember that they are planning to hijack this protest, and that is the reason I'm making this particular video. No matter what you're going to do, stay focused. Don't go out there and be murmuring yourself. Remember, all Nigerians are being affected by this hunger. Don't go out there and be busting common Nigerian shop. Don't go out there and be stealing from your common Nigerians and breaking their shop, saying that this is an opportunity for you to eat. No, don't go and break. If you want to break, go to where your palliative are. Go to where government property are. That is how to protest. But don't protest violently. Protest peacefully. Go out there, speak out, let your voice be heard. That is it. All right, until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. We love you. I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. Do you want this protest to hold or not? Peace out.